While the entire world is getting excited for the pre-release of the PlayStation DualSense Edge controller, which we've been waiting forever for, the Beloader team has silently been getting ready to release the ultimate PlayStation 5 controller, and we want to tell you about it. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. We are super excited to bring you a sneak peek at a product that is about to hit the market, which nobody really knows about yet. So we are dropping this story probably first. Maybe other people are talking about it, but I will try to contain my excitement for a little bit while we go over what this product is, and I'm gonna break down their teaser video, which is really a teaser, but there's a lot of good information in there. Also, you are probably wondering why I have all of these products on the table here with me today if we're talking about just a special PlayStation 5 controller. All of those questions will be answered in this video. Let's get going. Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you've seen some of our content already and have not subscribed, we want you to join our community. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video. This product is called the Besavior. It is released by the Beloader team. For those of you that are not aware, the Beloader team makes products such as this, the Beloader Pro, and this, the Beloader. I have done reviews on both of these products on this channel. In fact, we are currently doing a giveaway for your very own Beloader Pro. The keen observer probably noticed that I have two Beloader Pros here. That's because one of these I've already opened, I've tested, I've done a review on. The other one is still factory sealed, has never been opened, and we're giving it away. If you have not entered the contest for this product, check out the video where we explain all the details of how to enter the contest. I would love for one of you to win this product. So let's just get straight into the Beloader team released product. I'm gonna just play the video for you with no interruptions, and then we're gonna jump back here and I'm gonna walk you through everything that we learned from that video and finally explain what these products have to do with this. Okay, I know you've got a ton of questions about this. Hopefully you are excited as I am now that you've seen this product, but let's break this down. So I'm gonna go right back to the beginning. So Beloader team, new release. This is called the Besavior. Now, first off, we notice a couple things right here, right off the bat. So we see a module right here, we see a front USB connection, and we see 4 paddles. Now these paddles actually mimic a PlayStation 4 back button attachment that I have reviewed in other videos again, so I don't want to talk about this, but what I can tell you is the paddle placement on here is excellent from what I can tell. In fact, if we look at my modded PlayStation 5 controller, this is my current daily driver. This has the Extreme Rate back button kit, and one of my biggest complaints is that these wings are not long enough. And you'll notice that I made this little wing extension so that when I'm holding this, I can actually click that wing with my ring finger, and I'd love to be able to click this one with my other ring finger, but I can't. So these look like they actually extend down far enough to actually be able to grip the controller properly and trigger all of the buttons that you want to trigger. So I'm excited about that right off the bat. Let's look what they have to say. Besavior PS5 Expandable Elite Controller. So this is the first shot of the whole back end. Like I said, love the paddle placement for the rear paddles. It's gonna be game changing, I'm sure. Omron quick response mechanical button. So they're trying to show you the tactile feel of it. A big complaint with the extreme rate ones is that they lose that clickiness. Mine are still pretty clicky, so I don't have any complaints about that, but a firmer, clickier button is always better than a mushy one because it gives you a little bit more feedback for what you're doing. So this is excellent. 4 back button, precise finger placement. They spent a lot of time researching this. Now there you can see their front-facing screen. So it's maybe not immediately obvious. That says Besavior. That is an OLED screen. It's a one color. This would be a similar screen to what the official PlayStation 4 back button attachment would have had on it, except it was on the back. You had to flip it over to look at it. The placement of this is done in such a way that when you're holding the controller, you can glance down and you'll see right there what you're looking at. That'll become important as we see some of the other features that this is going to add to your controller. So there you can see they're going to walk through some of the functions. So they have mapping, they have turbo, they have auto turbo, they have combination, they have learning, and then there you can see the button and then the reprogram button. This is the big deal. So they're not going to get into a lot of details about this, but I understand what this is doing and I'm going to walk you through this. So break the block, third-party device turn into original PS5 device. And then they highlight the USB port right there. So what that will do is add a USB port to the front of this. With that USB port, you could plug in like a Cronus ZEN and then use the PlayStation 5 controller as your gateway to the PlayStation 5 to unlock a Cronus ZEN. You could use an Xbox controller to pair to that module so that you can use your Xbox controller on your PlayStation 5 using the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller as the gateway into the PlayStation 5. In fact, you can use flight sticks, racing wheels, arcade sticks. You can use Xbox or a Switch, or heck, you could probably use a GameCube controller if you really wanted to, all through that front USB port. So that's super exciting. Now, that is very similar in functionality to what they're doing with the Beloader Pro and with the Beloader. So the purpose of those products is strictly to allow you to use a different controller with your PlayStation 5. The biggest drawback to both of these products is that you have to use the remote play connectivity option, which means you introduce a little bit of latency delay in your button inputs because you have to go through a remote server and then come back to control the PlayStation. It works really well, and I've reviewed that in other videos, but this makes it direct on the console, and it eliminates the need to input your PSN information into a third-party software which you may or may not trust. So it keeps it all on hand and unlocks that ability without having to share your sensitive information. So here they show you third-party controller run all PS5 game with Bluetooth. And then they highlight there's a Switch controller, there's a PlayStation 4 controller, there's an Xbox controller. You can connect all of them through the PlayStation 5 controller as if you were using a PlayStation 5 controller. That means all games that currently block third-party controllers and force you to use the PlayStation 5 controller are unblocked. It totally unlocks that restriction to use any controller you want on any PlayStation 5 game on your PlayStation 5. And then they're also showing here plug and play third-party USB device. Run all PS5 game with USB wire. Here you can see the USB wire plugs in. You can run your Cronus ZEN, you can run your Switch controller, your Xbox, you can run a ZIM, you can run a arcade stick, a steering wheel, whatever else. I don't even know what half of these things even are. All of that gets run through the PlayStation 5 controller. Now, I know if I didn't say it clearly, you can play wirelessly as well. You don't have to wire your controller in. You can play through a Bluetooth connection as well if that's what you prefer. So here's the thing that's maybe not immediately available. So now they're telling you various colors available. So this is a custom back shell for the controller, which allows you to attach the module for the adapter, but it does start life as a regular PlayStation 5 controller, and then it is modded. Now this is exactly the same as the other third-party controllers, and I know Scuff tried to say that they're a first-party controller. They're not. They just start with the PlayStation 5 controller, they mod the crap out of it, and make it do certain functions and features and whatever. This is the same. It starts as a PlayStation 5 controller and then it is modded to include all of these adapters. It can be bought exactly like this. So you pick the configuration you want, you buy it, and it comes like that. But there's one more trick up their sleeve here. The kit can be purchased separately, which is great for the DIYer or the guy who does not want to pay the install cost for making this. So for example, this controller, I bought all of the components myself through Amazon. I added the clicky triggers, I added the back buttons, I added the removable thumbsticks so that you can adjust the height of your thumbsticks. I added all of that myself. Now that's not something that everybody is able to do. So if you could just buy it like that, it makes it accessible to more people. So they're showing you here their custom design shell. Now, interestingly enough, I'm surprised they actually show us what's included in this kit. So right here, I have installed Extreme Rate kits myself. I've done it on camera. I've shown you guys how to install the Extreme Rate kits. I know that some of these components are similar to an Extreme Rate kit, but there's a few additional components here that might need to be explained a little bit. For example, this piece right here, that's common to all mod kits. It allows you to access most of the functions. So it gives you direct access to these buttons here and to your D-pad buttons through that little adapter. Then these guys right here, that one and that one, those plug into your trigger modules. So it intercepts the signal off your trigger modules to allow you to map all of those buttons to your back buttons. So you can map these buttons, and the trigger buttons to your back buttons. There's an additional component here, and that is this guy right here. Now, if you're looking at that, you might wonder, well, what the heck is that for? That actually will go onto the back of the traces for your analog sticks. The reason that's important is possibly twofold. So the first reason would be, technically, you could map an analog direction potentially to a back button. I don't know if they will give you that feature, but they have the ability to map it to it if you would like. But this is also an easy way to map your R3 and your L3 button to a back button as well without requiring any soldering. And the other reason is we actually need to backfeed signals back into the controller for that USB and Bluetooth remote connectivity. So think of it this way. If I have an Xbox controller and I am connecting through Bluetooth to the module and then using the PlayStation controller to plug into the PlayStation to allow me to use my Xbox controller, if I'm moving my analog stick around, somehow I need to simulate this analog stick moving around. Having the traces right here, these, on all of the circuits for the analog stick allows me to reproduce that signal as needed to fully mimic this controller. So that's what that extra piece is for right there. So this is sold as a DIY elite kit. So if you want, you can buy the kit just like your Extreme Rate kit, and you can get it shipped to your house and you can install the whole kit yourself on any controller you want. So an existing controller that you have, or you can buy a new controller and install the kit on that. But here's the big thing right there. This looks an awful lot like the PlayStation Edge controller. It looks an awful lot like the Scuff controller package. It looks like any controller package. So inside here, It includes the USB cable to charge the controller. It includes the USB cable for your PlayStation bypass to allow you to use any one of these other products with your PlayStation 5, a handy carrying case, and I'm not sure what that dongle looking thing is. It'll maybe be explained later on. So again, this is just a teaser trailer. So there you go, Besavior, there's the hard case for it, and then that's it. Beloader.com. Beloader.com. Let's just have a look. I didn't go to Beloader.com to see what it does. Ooh, there we go. Expandable Elite Controller. Wow. Wow. According to the Beloader website, the optional DIY Elite Kit for user to modify PS5 controller themselves. So that is extremely cheap. $59 US for the entire DIY Elite Retail Kit. $59. If you spec out how much I paid for this, it was about the same price, and it adds so much more functionality. This does not have an OLED on it. It does not have savable user profiles. And think about it this way. Beloader Pro costs $59. Now, it does not take any special installation. You just have to set it up. But as some people have found, setting this up is actually pretty difficult. A lot of people have problems. They come to my channel and they actually find help, and then they ask a lot of questions for help. So that's impressive, $59. They have the entire kit, $149.99. Wow. So you can buy a pre-modded brand new PlayStation 5 controller with the Beloader kit for only an additional $10. You can buy, like, a controller's what, 69 bucks in the US, and then the thing's 59 bucks, or you can buy a brand new controller with the kit pre-installed for $149.99. That is insanely cheap. Insanely cheap. I have personally been in touch with the Beloader team. They assure me that the product is on the shelf ready to ship. They're just getting everything in order. And I am currently working on one of these Besavior Elite controllers in my hand, so I can do an in-person product test. I can do a review. I can do an unboxing. We might even pull it apart so I can just see what the install looks like from the Beloader team themselves. And I think that's all going well. So I am expecting my own Besavior to come at some point. And if you're interested in hearing more, show your support for this channel. Go ahead and thumbs up this video so that everybody knows, like it, subscribe to the channel, post in the comments. Let everybody know what you're excited about this controller. The Beloader team will probably see this. They actively watch my channel, so they know kind of the content that's going on there. I told them I was gonna do a review based on the teaser trailer that they already released, because there's so much information in there if you know what you're looking at. I hope that this helps you to understand kind of what this product is, so you get a good idea what you would be buying if you bought this. But let's talk about some of the other options. Maybe this isn't for you. What are your other options? You've got a scuff reflex, which is cool, but they're expensive. More money than this for sure. Also, PlayStation just released their DualSense Edge controller, which if you have not pre-ordered it already, pre-orders are up now. They are likely to sell out soon if they haven't already. Last time I checked, they still had some available. I do have a pre-order in for that, which is coming in at the end of January. So we'll do a review on that. Don't worry about that. That review is coming. But I want to know, how does it stack up against this Besavior? And I've already had a scuff reflex. I've already done a review on that. I've done a teardown on that. We've already looked at that. I realized that that was not the controller for me. So I've been using just this Extreme Rate modded controller for the last year. I've been waiting for the DualSense Edge controller to come out because I really want to get that in my hands first. But I'm actually more excited about some of the features and functions of this Besavior product over the other one. So this is really, really exciting. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video. We'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.